The Wally Show podcast is our daily radio show heard live through the WayFM app each morning and hosted by Wally, Gavin, and me, Betty Rock. For more fun, be sure to connect with us at wayfm.com/Wally.
The Wally Show podcast is brought to you by Colorado Christian University Online, where Wally teaches and where you can earn a degree online just like Betty Rock. You can learn more at ccu.edu/Wally. This podcast is also brought to you by United Faith Mortgage. Let their direct lender advantage save you time and money.
Uplifting WayFM.
News can be a little heavy, so we like to do news-ish. Here's Betty.
When buying a house in a neighborhood, you have a 50-50 chance of having a bad neighbor.
That's true.
Typically, bad neighbors are identified by not keeping their area looking nice, or having parties at all hours of the day, or having a dog that they allow to bark nonstop.
Oh my goodness. This happened to me in Atlanta. When I lived in Atlanta, there was a house that was probably 100 yards away, and they had 2 German Shepherds, and they would not keep them quiet. They would, because they didn't want to hear it, they put them outside and just bark, bark, bark. Oh, I mean, I had so many horrible thoughts. Like,
I believe it.
Yeah, I mean, like
taking matters into your own hands.
At 3 a.m, I'm like, I could snipe that, like, no. I mean, like that bad, like really, really dark.
Well, you may have wanted to take a note from John DeMaria. He is a man in San Diego who claims in a video he posted recently to his socials that his neighbor allows his dog to bark 24/7. Ironically, it is German Shepherd in this situation as well. Yes. Now, his home and his neighbor's home, their backyards are back to back. Like there's no space between. John had enough, so he took matters into his own hands. His neighbor's dog just kept barking, keeping him up all night. He invented the quote-unquote Dog Zapper 2000.
I love the name already. I am anything with numbers at the end of it, I'm like, I want one.
Well, pretty much what it is it's an air horn that sits on John's deck, facing directly at his neighbor's backyard where the dog is. And when the dog starts barking, John has this little remote control button. So wherever he is in his home, even if it's at 3 a.m, all he has to do is pull out this button, hit it, and the horn goes off.
Oh. That's awesome.
You know what? I don't know that it's stopping the dog from barking. The dog just seems to bark at it, but at least he feels better. At least he's waking up the other guy.
Yeah, it's like if I'm going to suffer, we're all going to suffer.
We're all in this together here, pal. That's a great idea, though.
Yeah, well, it's getting some mixed reviews on TikTok, which is where he posted the video. Some people are saying, man, I would buy this thing from you if you'd sell it. Others are saying, it's not nice to punish the dog. The dog doesn't know any better. You should speak with the neighbor. The neighbor is the one that's making the decision.
Yeah, that's a great idea. That's a great idea.
Communication.
Yeah, absolutely. No, like Dog
Zapper 2000.
$19.99, but don't wait. Order now. There's more. You'll get 2. Uplifting WayFM, this is the Wally Show, and I have been known to do what they call a rant from time to time. I'm very passionate about things, and sometimes I'm passionate about things that really aren't that big of a deal. And so we have the thing called this Aftercast that we do every day, and it's stuff that we don't do on the show. So it's a podcast of original content, and you can get it wherever you get your podcasts or... Yeah,
when you text TWS to 91979, I had to think about that. TWS to 91979 will send you a link, and that's TWS, which stands for The Wally Show.
I get like super ranty there sometimes.
I know, we should call it the Aftercast/Soapbox.
Rant Fest, and so it's my place. It's where I get rid of stuff that's like keep this bottle up inside. But I'm not alone. A lot of people do this. A lot of people have things that they like want to get off their chest, and when you do, you feel better. You just got to do it in the right way. And so we're going to do this new segment here, and we're going to give you a chance to do this as well, and it is called Don't Get Me Started. Don't Even Get Me Started. Don't get me started, all right? So this is your chance, something that it's stuck in your craw, if you will. That's what my grandma used to say. What's stuck in your craw? And so this is a chance for you to get it off your chest. Like for me, Netflix, okay? Like Netflix. Have the service, not a problem.
Not a problem.
But shows on Netflix that they are doing as these series. They're real big on series, so you binge watch and you watch, 13 episodes of season 1 and then you wait for season 2 to come out. So many shows I'm watching right now on Netflix don't deserve 8 episodes. Don't deserve 4 episodes.
It's almost like they're dragging it out.
They really are. Like, especially like some of the documentary stuff, which I really like. They do all these flashbacks and they keep going back in time, and they're wasting so much time. They could tell the story in 2 episodes and be done, but because they got to keep you hooked, they keep dragging it out and keep you watching and binging and paying monthly.
Did you watch it?
Yes, every bit of it. And that's why I'm mad. I'm mad at me as much as Netflix. But you get to a point where you've got to know. You got to find out how it ends. And then usually you're like, well, that stinks.
Yeah. Oh, I get it. I have one, and I know this will be hard to believe.
Don't get her started.
Don't get me started. When you want to read an article and they won't, or you want to watch a video and they won't let you until you watch this ad.
Yes.
But then the ad won't play unless you actually have that window open.
Yes.
Have you had that?
Uh-huh.
The video will stop until you come back on that window.
Yep.
You're like, are you kidding me?
Yeah. ABC News is the worst. I watch I look at ABC News for the show every day, and anytime there's a video, they make you watch like a full, sometimes minute-long video, to read any story. You're like, come on!
And if you get off of that page and go to something else, it'll stop. You're like, are you kidding me?
I know. See, there you go. Those are ours for today. What is yours? 855-33-WAY-FM. You might think that you're the only one that feels this way about something, but don't get me started. So 855-33-WAY-FM. We'll take yours now. What do you got?
So I hate when I'm stuck in traffic on my way home from work on the interstate in the left lane, and you've got the motorcycle drivers that go through that little line divider between the HOV lane and that left lane. And it's like, come on.
Yeah, it is like, okay, so your time is more important than mine. We should all be stuck in this together. But then but they're looking at you like, well, you should buy a motorcycle, sir, because this is pretty great.
They want these rights to drive on the road and everything. Well, it's like, do everything you got to do like we got to do to keep you safe.
I have moved over to block a lane, like the emergency lane, when people are going up that emergency lane. I've moved my truck over to stop that.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's bold.
Yeah, it's bold. People get really upset.
What if it's an ambulance? You can't do that.
Well, we all got to follow the rules. All right, Alexis, you're up. Don't get me started. What do you got?
So I work at a doctor's office, and people call every day, and they're on the toilet.
Oh, like just to talk to you about whatever's going on, and they will still call you from? No, absolutely not. Yes.
Yes. They think that's okay for them to call and to cancel or reschedule or make an appointment while they're on the toilet.
Alexis, how do you know they're on the toilet?
Careful.
Oh, you can hear.
There's echoey, too.
Yes, and also sometimes they'll even flush. I'm like,
oh,
hello?
No. I've been waiting for like a call back. When a company says, we'll call you back so you don't have to wait on hold for an hour. And I've gotten that call after I'd been waiting for a long time while I was in the restroom. I didn't take it. No, you do not take a call in the restroom. Absolutely not.
Exactly.
The other part of that story is I tried to get out of the restroom as quick as I could to take it, and fell, actually. And yeah, it was not a good day. Uplifting Way FM. This is the Wally Show. We like to help make your life a little bit better with things that we find out or learn. That's why we do the scoop. And Betty Rock is the scoopiest of all scoopers. And so sometimes her scoops are amazing, and other times I doubt them. Quite honestly, I doubt them, and then I'm usually proven wrong. People will be like, oh my gosh, I tried that scoop. It totally worked out. So, Betty Rock, what do you got?
Well, I have the scoop on how to keep your skin looking young, and it doesn't cost you anything.
Oh, I do like this because my wife is being, well...
Whoa.
Okay.
Slow down.
She's not in town. No, she is very sensitive about this subject. So if I could give her something, or no, better, if Betty Rock, you could send her this information.
Oh, and I'll say from Wally.
No, don't even mention my name. My name should never come up in this conversation. Okay? Because maybe it's like girl to girl. Hey, girlfriend.
No, a girl never does that. You don't say, hey, you're getting a little wrinkly. Here's some pros and cons.
Okay, well, I just know she's super sensitive about it. I don't care. Like, it makes no difference to me.
So you brought it up.
No, the wrinkles, it's part of a long life of laughter and love. Like, no big deal to me. But she is more upset about it than I am.
Digging the hole. Here's the shovel.
Yeah.
Here's the hole.
Pretty good at this.
What's the scoop?
Okay, so going back to the scoop. This is from a plastic surgeon. She has 2 tips. She says, if you sit for too long, this can decrease blood flow, causing skin issues. So this can cause, like, if you're...
How does this make my neck wrinkly if I'm sitting too long?
Well, because you can get spider veins. You can get, what are the other ones called? There's like these...
Varicose veins.
Varicose veins.
Yeah.
All of those are bad. And it's going to cost you money to go to a laser specialist and get them all zapped or whatever.
So the sitting thing maybe probably affects the legs more so than the neck. I was wondering how that...
But
those
also
two
it's bad for your
connected.
health as well,
Okay.
you know. But also eating processed meat, that includes bacon, sausage, or hot dogs.
Ooh.
All of these meats contain a lot of sodium, and that causes skin inflammation. So in essence, it's weakening the skin's collagen, causing wrinkles.
So then what she's saying is that if you want to have less wrinkles, maybe minimize that in your diet, or, I mean, God
Cut
forbid,
it out
get
altogether.
rid of... Yeah, that's not going to happen. My wife is going to be wrinkly the rest of her life.
Oh.
No, because she can't cut it out. No, she cannot cut that out. That's a her thing, and she'll tell you that. She's like, I can't be a vegetarian.
It's better coming from her mouth than yours.
Most things usually are, actually. I'm starting to find out in this whole conversation. Well, there you go. Thanks for the scoop. And so glad she's out of town today.
Coffee shops, poolside, back porch, picnic table at the park, at your kid's soccer practice. Just about anywhere can be your classroom when you decide to go back to school online at Colorado Christian University.
I know I got my degree online, and I actually did a homework at a campsite. I was sitting around a campfire writing a paper. That is where I did some of my work that weekend. So life doesn't have to stop just because you go back to school to better yourself. You can work towards this future and this goal that you want to accomplish, and it doesn't have to totally consume you or derail your normal life with friends, your family, or what have you.
And you can earn accredited degrees from Colorado Christian without ever setting foot on campus.
So there really shouldn't be an excuse to not going back to school. If it's something you really want to do, you can do it. And all you have to do is go to ccu.edu/Wally to learn more. And the other really important thing is that Colorado Christian is committed to cultivating the mind without compromising the heart. So check it out, ccu.edu/Wally.
Uplifting Way FM.
Everyone has pandemic opinions,
I saw this quote by Walt Whitman, said, "Be curious, not judgmental." I like that.
but we're just trying to navigate this together. It's The Wally Show.
So some places are more embattled with COVID than others still, and so it's kind of a weird thing where if you live in an area that's not, it's easy to have forgotten that it's still kind of going on. Sweden, actually, they are recommending, get this, a 5th COVID-19 vaccine.
What?
Wow.
They're on number 5.
Wait, to any group of people?
For people with increased risk of becoming seriously ill, including pregnant women and anyone aged 65 or over, is their recommendation. Our first round of vaccines here was like that for the elderly or if you had pre-existing conditions. And then they started opening up the boosters eventually here for the elderly first. And so Sweden is in that place in 5 vaccines now. At some point, you're like, where does this end? You know, like
Right.
I don't understand this. Or they're, and every country has different vaccines too. And so the ones,
that's true.
yeah, like the ones we have are different from, like, say, the ones in China. We have a friend that lives in China, and she's like, I want to come home and get the American vaccines because the ones here are not as potent.
Well, and it makes me wonder if they're on their 5th shot in Sweden. Like, is there a time frame that they're saying you should get your next booster or something? Like,
Yeah.
and really, I feel like a lot of it is guessing.
Well, here's the craziest thing, though. They say the vaccine is our strongest tool for preventing illness. For most of the pandemic, though, Sweden stood out among other European nations because they got really repressive or locked down. And comparatively, they had like a hands-off approach. They never went into lockdown. They didn't close businesses. Instead, they relied on people to have individual responsibility. And then they have the vaccine. So at a population of 10 million, they had 2.5 million cases, which comparatively to 10 million is a higher number, but they only had 18,000 deaths total. out of that 2.5 million.
Oh.
And so that's fascinating. But ironically, their biggest spike was in February of this year. They're late bloomers, I guess. I don't know.
How weird.
Yeah, I don't know what that is all about. But here's another closer to home side story to the whole COVID stuff going on. Amazon is now, since the COVID has turned the corner a little bit here, and online shopping during COVID was crazy, and Amazon made billions of dollars, it had to expand. Well, now they're saying that they're planning to sublease a bunch of its warehouse space because the pandemic-fueled surge in online shopping has slowed. Ooh. So we're not just buying everything online like we did before when we couldn't go out and buy things. Mm-hmm. And so now they are looking at getting their space that they bought and built allocated and rented so they're not losing money there, and looking at too big of a workforce.
Wow.
Yeah, so what a weird turn.
Yeah, so much is changing.
Yeah, and that's like not good news on the heels of looking at, staring straight down the barrel of a possible recession with inflation and all the other things going on. It's like that's the last thing we need is more big companies having to do layoffs and stuff. So, I mean, we're going to be feeling the effects of COVID in some way, shape, or form for years, if not medically, definitely financially.
Are you kidding me?
Are you kidding me?
Are you kidding me right now?
Uplifting Way FM, this is The Wally Show, and from time to time we do something called Are You Kidding Me?, where we only talk to kids, get it? I love hearing kids' opinions on stuff, and so this is what we're going to do today, all right? It's National Brothers Day. Did not know that was a thing. Should probably call my brother today. Hey.
That'd be a good idea.
Yeah. So, man, National Brothers Day.
You too. You've got a brother.
Yeah, I might as well call him.
Yeah. Hey, what'd you get me? That's my first question. But you know what? In honor of National Brothers Day, I know that when you're a kid, sometimes your brother can be slightly less than amusing, maybe even a little annoying. There are stereotypes with that, okay?
Very true.
But then I also know that your brothers can be amazing. Your brothers can be, somebody that looks out for you, that somebody you have fun with. Gavin says his brother was the best friend growing up because they moved so much. Right. They always kind of had each other, And so here's what I want to do with you, okay? I want you to think of that thing you love. A thing you love more than life itself. Maybe it's, ice cream. I don't know what it is.
Reese's.
Okay? Reese's, whatever. It could be food. It could be something, your soccer ball, whatever
My cat.
it is. Your cat. Yeah. So my brother is better than blank, and you fill in that blank, okay? What makes your brother better than even your cat or something that you really, really, really like, okay? This is a chance for you to be nice to your brother, okay? Because a lot of times, again, we kind of bump and bruise each other through growing up, and so this is a chance for you, and trust me, your mom will be thrilled to hear you saying something nice about your brother, okay? This might get you some brownie points too. So if you need to ask your parents to call, definitely do that, but only kids can call now, okay? So National Brothers Day, my brother is better than blank. All you have to do is be a kid and fill in that blank. 855-33-WAY-FM. That's 855-33-WAY-FM. And we'll take yours right now. Let's go. Brantley, my brother is better than fill in that blank.
My brother is better than a chocolate popsicle.
Better than a chocolate popsicle. Oh, my goodness. Is that your favorite snack?
Yes, it is.
Do you feel like Tanner feels the same way about you? Does he like you just as much?
He said no.
He said no. Well, you know what, Brantley? Sometimes love doesn't come back at you the way you want it to, but you just keep being that good big brother, okay?
Okay.
All right, young Gavin. Not our young Gavin, but another Gavin. How old are you, Gavin?
Almost. Well, 10, but almost 11.
So we're doing Are You Kidding Me?, where you just tell us, in honor of National Brothers Day, what your brother is better than, something that you love. My brother is better than blank.
He's better than Fortnite.
Really? Because Fortnite's a big deal for a lot of kids. How many hours do you play Fortnite, roughly, do you think, a day?
2 hours.
Wow. And that's a thing that kids have trouble putting down sometimes. So the fact that you're saying your brother is better than that is very kind.
Well, I don't really play it that much.
Oh, okay. So my brother's just okay. Now, how old are you?
I am 14.
14. Okay, so it's National Brothers Day, and we're asking you just to fill in this blank. My brother is better than blank. How would you fill that in?
My brother is better than riding four-wheelers.
Oh, now four-wheelers are pretty great. Do you guys have like a family four-wheeler and you guys do this a lot?
We do.
What makes your brother so great? I mean, better than four-wheelers. He's got to be doing something awesome.
Well, he's just like really goofy and like can help us all have a good time.
Is he older or younger than you?
He is younger.
Younger. Yeah, that's good, man. Like, because younger brothers, the reason they're funny like that is because they need the attention.
Speaking from experience.
Yeah, a kid that needs attention. So that's good that you respect that and understand him, Hayden. Nicely done, buddy. You're a good big brother, and we appreciate you being on the show.
Thank you.
All right, Misha, you're up. Are you kidding me? My brother is better than blank.
My brother is better than coffee.
Better than coffee? Are you a coffee drinker? Is this something you love, Misha?
Yes, sir.
How old are you?
13.
How do you like your coffee?
I usually get a vanilla coffee with 3 cream.
Okay, see, yeah, like anybody's brother can be better than black coffee because it's disgusting. But like a latte or a vanilla coffee, that's saying a lot about your brother.
Misha, can I run by you Wally's coffee order and see what you think? He likes a vanilla latte, but he wants it at kids' temp because he doesn't want the roof of his mouth to burn. But he also wants double the vanilla. Is that a girly drink, you think?
Yeah.
That's a 13-year-old girl saying you order a girly drink, Wally.
Misha, would you ever order this drink?
That might be a little too girly for me.
Okay, that's great. Thank you, Misha. We're done here.
Bye.
And now for some good news.
That's right, little good news. Giddy up coming at you. A couple good news stories to make you feel better because the regular news can be a little bit heavy all the time. So, Lady Rock, we're going to start with you. Good news, giddy up, go.
A fire broke out at a cat shelter.
That's not good news.
In Largo, Florida over the weekend, I know. But thanks to a dedicated cat lover named Laura Kyle, she kept running into the burning building, saving so many cats. So many that she ended up in the ICU herself with serious burns and smoke inhalation.
Holy cow.
I know. And they said that they actually had to pull her away from the building because she would have kept saving more and more cats.
To her own detriment.
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness.
I know,
Good for her.
but people online are donating to a GoFundMe to cover some of her medical bills, and it's gotten up to $75,000.
Oh, that's really cool.
Yeah.
Like, here's the thing, man. Like, in my story, kind of starts off from a negative place as well, and it just goes to show you that there can be a lot of good even in the midst of our bad. There was this lady, Maria, whose son, Nicholas, passed away 2 years ago in a car crash, but she immediately knew she wanted to donate her 25-year-old son's organs. And she said to her family, as they were kind of grieving, she says, we can't bury all of this magic that we have to share.
Oh,
like,
wow.
What a great perspective in that moment. So recently, though, she just got to meet the 14-year-old who received her son's heart. And she said it was that kid's mom said it's such a dichotomy because you're hoping for it because it's going to sustain your son's life, but you know what's attached to it. And so the mom who donated her son's heart met with this family. And she said he came in and just hugged me, and he had such a strong hug. It was just like Nick's. And then she got to hear his heartbeat, and it was so strong and filled with life. Wow. And so it gave a little bit of purpose to her son's passing for her and her family. And the other part I love about this story is that when you look at the two families together, it's great because there's one family that donated the son's heart is black, the other family that got it is white. No racial stuff here.
Right.
Like, that's the kind of family photos we need to have
That's
more of in this world. And that's going to do it for your good news. Giddy up. Hey, it's Wally, and you've probably heard me talking many times about doing a cash-out refinance with United Faith Mortgage, that it feels a little bit like deja vu. Hey, it's Wally, and you've probably heard me talking many times about doing it. You see what I did there. But seriously, the cash-out refinance with United Faith Mortgage was the best option for me personally, but maybe you're in a place where you need or want to buy a new home. Well, the same people that helped me with my refi can help you with your new home loan. United Faith Mortgage is a faith-based family of mortgage professionals who can help you get your financing in place so that when you find that perfect home, you're ready to to go. The market is still competitive, and you have to make quick decisions, and having your loan secured can definitely help. United Faith Mortgage makes the process so easy, and I love that when I call my UFM guy Ryan, I get Ryan. And if he's ever on another line, he gets back to me super fast, because in this market, timing is everything. So talk to the people that I trust for your home loan or refinance. United Faith Mortgage. Start online, call anytime. UnitedFaithMortgage.com.
United Faith Mortgage is a DBA of United Mortgage Corp. 25 Melville Park Road, Melville, New York. Licensed mortgage banker. For all licensing information, go to NMLSConsumerAccess.org. Corporate NMLS number 1330. Equal housing lender. Licensed in Alaska, Hawaii, Georgia, Massachusetts, North Dakota, South Dakota, or Utah.
Uplifting Way FM.
If you're a little sluggish in the morning, then news-ish is your speed.
You burned your foot on a Foreman grill.
I like waking up to the smell of bacon. Sue me.
It's The Wally Show.
All right, Gavin, what you got?
When it comes to our bodies, I think that we are our own worst critics. I think that mirrors can be the worst enemy, and we probably all have things that we'd like to change about ourselves physically. The one thing that I have is that I wish I could be taller, and I literally cannot change that.
Nothing you can do about that.
Although I do have some platform shoes in my Amazon cart right now.
I tried stretching myself as a child, and that did not work. I would hang from things.
And then there are always like trends for people who want to either like get in shape or change a certain thing about themselves. And right now, what's trending with my peers, people in their 20s, is getting liposuction to remove a double chin.
Oh.
So the hashtag chin.
Tell me more.
I don't think this is going to go well.
Yeah.
The hashtag ChinLipo is trending on TikTok with over 60 million views. And I think that like most of us, or at least if you're a guy, you do have the advantage of it. If you can grow a beard.
Yeah.
Like I have no idea how many chins I've got under here.
3.
But I've got... You can tell?
Well, I know that when I'm on my phone, and I think anyone has been in this situation, and you're going to take a picture, but it's front facing instead of backwards facing, and you're like, oh my gosh, I look terrible.
Well, yeah, and if your head is down a little bit,
it's just a bad angle.
Even people without like double chins, like Betty Rock does not have a double chin, but if she were to pull her chin down, she would produce one
for sure.
You know?
For sure. But people in their 20s shouldn't be thinking about
lipo.
I
know. I think maybe people look at it as either the easy fix or B, well, I can't do anything about that.
Yeah.
I mean, if you lose a little bit of weight, your face, you usually see it in your face
it
first.
Helps.
So like Gavin and myself, that would be a good place to start versus liposuction.
Are you thinking about doing this?
No. I there's no way. I mean, I love the idea of it. Don't get me wrong. Like to do something easy, but I would just ruin it. Like I could go get all the plastic surgery in the world and be like, oh, wait, awesome. But then I know me. I would be like, all right, let's go to McDonald's, and I would just I would undo everything that had just happened. Uplifting Way FM, this is the Wally Show, and there are a lot of ways that you can show love, kindness, compassion to somebody. The 5 love languages is a really good way, to know somebody's love language and how to best interact with them. And Rock, you kind of came up on something the other day that I thought was interesting.
Yeah, I experienced this. So I have a roommate / best friend. She's awesome. And the other day, we realized that, living in a small apartment, we have a small water heater. And so if we want to take showers back to back, then we can't because there's not enough hot water. And so the other day, she needed to take a shower, and she was in there for probably a good solid 15, 20 minutes.
Oh, I'm an easy 20-minute shower.
Yeah, and I'm thinking, there's not going to be a lot of hot water.
And you were thinking, you selfish roommate.
No, I wasn't.
Oh,
no.
you are the worst.
No. So
if I could find another roommate tomorrow, I would. And a new best friend. Get out.
Wow.
That's what was going through your head. I know it.
No, it wasn't. So anyways, she's done. I go and get my shower, and there's plenty of hot water. And I'm thinking to myself, I bet she didn't turn up the hot water all the way. She probably took a lukewarm shower just to save me some hot water.
There you go.
And that was so sweet. It just helped me to know that she cares about me and is looking out for me.
Acts of service. That's a love language. And so that meant a lot. Those kind of things do mean a lot to you. You respond well to that.
Yeah, it just means a lot because that means that she put some thought into it.
She was thinking of you.
Yeah.
Even like in something that would be not seen as like huge, like a huge gesture, but it mattered.
And sometimes those small gestures, they mean a lot more than someone just saying, I care or I love you.
Because sometimes words fail for people, and so they can show you in unspoken ways that they love you or, show you love through their kindness. So that's what I want to talk about with you right now. 855 855-33-WAY-FM. That's the number, 855-33-WAY-FM. So what is a way that somebody has kind of unspokenly showed you kindness or showed you love that mattered to you, connected with you? It can be super simple, like what Betty Rock's talking about. It doesn't have to be this grandiose gesture. And sometimes I think the simpler, the better.
Yeah, it could be a friend. It could be a loved one, a friend. It could also be a coworker.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know?
Absolutely. So 855-33-WAY-FM. That's how you can always be part of the show. Put it in your favorites there so you can get right through. 855-33-WAY-FM. We'll take yours now. So, Jen, has anyone ever showed you love or kindness, maybe even without using words?
Absolutely. So I'm a single mom, and I have a little kiddo who does not enjoy grocery shopping. He's got some sensory issues and some attention deficit issues, and it was a meltdown day in every aisle of the grocery store, screaming fits and, trying to get him back to the car as I'm trying to buckle my son in and calm him down. Some mom I've never even met walked over, unloaded my groceries into my car, smiled, and took the cart back for me. And that doesn't sound like a lot, but when you're in the middle of it, it was a lifesaver.
And there wasn't like a giant conversation or anything? She just kind of did this?
No, she just smiled at me like she knew, like, it's going to be okay, Mama. And she just took the cart, and I just got in my car and cried because I was like, Aww. That was just so kind.
And you never saw her again, did you?
No, I didn't.
That was an angel. I think that was an angel, Jen.
I believe it, too. I do.
So what is the way that someone has showed you love or kindness, but they didn't even use words? It was maybe something little, but it had a big impact on you.
I am in the middle of building a house. Like like we are very involved in it, not building it by ourselves, but we get to be a part of it, right? And I'm working here every day. And I've got this sweet friend who has brought me so many lunches, not just brought them from a store, but made me lunch and brought them and just sat and ate with me here at the house.
Oh, wow. Aww. How many bedrooms does this new place have?
It's considered a 3-bedroom,
okay.
But we're empty nesters, so it's really a 1-bedroom with an office and a recreation room.
Okay, because for a minute I thought that your friend is angling to have a wing of the house named after her or a place she can come and stay, but it doesn't sound like you have the room. So she's probably just doing it to be nice.
She really is.
Hey, have you guys done the thing where you write Bible verses on the studs as you build a house?
We absolutely did, and the coolest thing is that in the process found out some of the contractors were Christians too because they mentioned how much they liked it.
Oh, that's kind of cool. Yeah, I always thought that was neat when people do that as kind of a quiet thankfulness to God for his blessings, and then you never know, years from now somebody buys your house and renovates it and they see it, and it might land with them on a day when they needed to see it too. I just think it's a really cool thing.
It's also to help us remember this house is a gift. It really is a reminder for that, to have people pray for us and help remind us what it's really about.
Look, I know one of the biggest bonuses of a podcast is being able to skip through things you don't want to hear about, but I would encourage you just to sit tight for just a second, because as the war in Ukraine enters month 3, it's hard to believe it's been that long, and you watch all the stories of families being displaced and lives being shattered, and you think, man, that's really sad. I wish there was something I could do about it. Here's the cool thing. You and me and all the potties could get together and actually maybe make a difference by helping families in Ukraine who have been displaced by all this violence. There's nearly 11 million people that have been forced out of their homes. And imagine that. You can't take everything with you. You've got to just pick and choose the few things you can carry as you try to get your family to safety. They say desperate times calls for desperate measures. Well, these are desperate times. That's why the Wally Show is partnering with Food for the Poor and 3,500 pastors in Ukraine and surrounding countries to help feed these people. And here's what's really cool. You can provide a meal for 25 cents, a quarter what we plug into a gumball machine. You could actually feed a child a meal. So now do some math with me. Your gift of $1 would actually feed a family of 4. Your gift of $10 sends 40 meals. Your gift of $25 will feed 100 people who desperately need it. So while this is a really sad story on the world stage, it is really cool to see the difference that a few motivated potties could make. So text the word Wally to 91999. That's Wally, W-A-L-L-Y, to 91999, and we'll send you a link to make a difference today.
These are the least important stories out of Hollywood, but nonetheless entertaining. Here's Betty Rock with the least of these.
It's always a good idea to stay humble no matter how big you get. And one actor is learning this the hard way. That's Channing Tatum.
We just talked about him on our Aftercast the other day randomly.
When you say we, you mean you.
Yeah, ad nauseum. And I broke down Channing Tatum. And first of all, A, why does he have two last names? And B, I wonder what kind of person he is.
Well, recently, while eating at a restaurant, Channing noticed a couple of patrons taking photos. And Channing just was not wanting to be photographed by fans at the time. He was enjoying a casual night out with friends. So he quickly asked the manager of the facility to have the people removed.
Oh, wow. Whoa. That's power, but come on. That's like a little much.
Well, he didn't want it to affect his conversation with his friends. Maybe he didn't feel pretty that day.
I know being a celebrity is a different world than we live in. I get it.
Right. Well, come to find out, the people being asked to leave were confused. That was because they stated they didn't even know Channing was even there.
Ah, that's so great.
Didn't even notice him. They were having a night out and just taking pictures together to document the evening.
Yeah, like I would go through my phone and I'd show him, look, they're okay, he might be in the background of that one, but he's not like the subject. Look, this is us doing this. And then show him and then be like, I'm not leaving because this guy's being oversensitive.
Well, and also it makes me wonder what his response was after he was told, actually, they weren't taking photos of you. Now then
he's more mad about that.
Right. But there has been no idea of what his reps are saying. Like his reps haven't come out with a statement yet to apologize or anything like that.
See, this is where I think people have an opportunity. Like, say you mess up like that, then just like you're a celebrity, you got a bunch of money. It's like own it and then buy their dinner. You know, go, hey, that was on me. I'm sorry. I got some stuff going on. Let me buy you guys dinner. You know, like, and then you turn a negative into a positive. I know you're not going to believe this.
Oh no,
you're not going to believe this, but it's hand to God, it's the truth. I was at a Culver's, and somebody was taking pictures of me.
No,
I swear to you, they were, and even the people that I were with, they're taking photos of you. They're taking photos.
Is it because you had toilet paper on the back of your
No,
shoe?
just because they knew the show. Like, and so finally one of them came over and was like, "Hey, we don't want to intrude. My daughter's been taking pictures of you," and I'm like, "It's not a problem
You're
at all."
like, "Get out!"
No, but I love the attention, but I'm not on Channing Tatum status.
No one ever said you were.
Well, Really? Okay, you're right. I'm not on Channing Tatum's status. But, like, to me, I'm so grateful that people like what we do and that we have the opportunity to do it, that it's never an inconvenience for me. So I'm better than Channing Tatum.
Nice to do a little humble brag there. Well done.
What are you going to do? I don't have a PR agent like he does, so I got to do it myself.
Why are we wasting our time with these old people anyway?
Did you just call me old?
Uplifting WayFM, this is The Wally Show. It's time to play a game where you can win a prize, and it's a game I'm historically bad at. Betty Rock won last time. We're going to do famous ages. This is where we put up celebrities or well-known people, and we try to stump each other on the show with their ages. You paying attention right now and writing down the actual age when it is revealed is how you can win the game. You add all of them together, and you will be a winner. So, with that, let's start with Betty. Since you do so well, I want to get you out of the way that it's all downhill for you from here.
Well, I've been watching a lot of the show lately, so that is why I'm picking someone from it. Her name is Michelle Dockery.
I have no idea who this is. Do you know who this is, Gavin?
No, I don't even know what show you're talking about.
She is also known as AKA Lady Mary on Downton Abbey.
Oh,
come
man.
on.
Okay, but it could mean that it's just like an old person.
I mean, but there's also got to be some young people on there too. Like this is so not fair because like the two guys in this room have never seen this show. What's her name again?
Michelle Dockery.
Can you Google that real quick,
No.
Gavin? Michelle
If
Dockery.
I peek at Betty's laptop.
No.
I know. Because that's the problem. Like, this could be the old lady, or it could be somebody else. I don't know. Michelle Dockery doesn't sound like an old lady name.
No, it doesn't.
Bertha.
I've got to guess.
Bertha Dockery would be the old lady, I think.
All right, go.
I'm just going to shoot somewhere in the middle and hope not to get crushed too badly. Okay, I got mine down. Gavin,
I have mine.
Go.
41 was my guess. Who knows?
I went older. There's a lot of old people on that. I went 66.
There's a lot of old people.
I know. I should have gone low. I know I should have gone low.
Well, one of you is only 1 year off.
Oh, come on.
It's got to be Gavin.
I hope so.
Because she looks too happy. No. Is it me?
She's messing with you.
Yeah, she is. It's Gavin.
It's what? No, it's Gavin!
You're the worst.
She's 40 years old.
So bad at this game.
How lucky.
Michelle Dockery.
Wow, you're like 26 years old?
Yeah, I literally in one guess have totally shot myself in the foot. Oh, okay.
I'm in this today.
Yeah, you could win this. All right, so we'll go with mine next. Okay, so Michelle Dockery. Ukraine president. President Zelensky.
I'm just going to put Vlad.
Volodymyr Zelensky. Get your guesses down. What do you think?
I've seen him.
Yeah, I know. He's not bad looking.
But he's the president of a country.
Like, as in he's not old.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or is he? Because, I mean, you don't run a company in your 20s.
Ready.
I know.
I'm ready.
All right, Gavin.
Okay, I'm going to go not 50, but 49.
Okay. Betty Rock.
I went 45.
Ooh.
But
One of you is 1 year off.
Oh my goodness, please.
And it is Betty, actually.
You got me.
Yeah.
You are killing this game. Okay, so those are the first two.
What is he?
How old is he?
Oh, sorry, 44.
Okay.
Yeah, sorry, I got all caught up there. All right, so those are the first two. So make sure you write those down, 44 and 40. Betty Rock's going to win this. She only has 1 point. But you write those two down, then you add those together with what Gavin gets revealed here in 10 minutes, and you can win a prize.
Why are we wasting our time with these old people anyway?
Did you just call me old?
All right, it's Famous Ages, the culmination of this. Wally, yet again, statistically eliminated from this game. I hate this game so much, but you have a chance to win a prize. So now, you had to hear the first two people that we revealed their actual ages, add those together, and then when the actual age of Gavin's person that he's trying to stump us with is revealed, add those three together, and you can win said WayFM prize pack. So, with that, right now, Betty's in the lead. You want golf scores? 1 point.
I know.
You are killing it. But Gavin's not out of this because it's Gavin's turn to go. He has 6 points, so if she misses it by 5 points, it's a tie. Misses it by 6, you're hand-delivering a loss to Miss Betty Rock.
Oh,
so
please.
Bring it strong, Gavin. I'm on your team.
Okay, so I grew up watching Animal Planet at like a very young age. Rest in peace, Steve Irwin. But today, we're going with Jeff Corwin, American biologist. He had a couple of shows back in the day that I was a very big fan of.
I remember Jeff Corwin. I remember the Pratt brothers as well. They were kind of contemporaries.
Was Jeff Corwin the one that got to late night shows a lot? Like he brought in animals a lot?
I don't remember if that was him. I know there was another guy that did it that I interviewed him a long time ago, and he was mauled by a lion, and he told that story, which was great.
Well, that's fun.
A great story. Jack was his name. So
who wants to go first?
Wally.
No, Betty's.
I always go first. I always go first.
There's too much on the line.
Oh, there's too much on the line.
Then I want to see what you've written down. So okay, I'm gonna write mine down.
I'll just go first.
I have mine down. Go ahead,
Ridiculous.
Betty, come on.
63.
Betty Rock just got handed her first loss.
Oh, yes,
Betty
she
Rock
did.
just got crushed. I said 44.
Okay, he is in the middle of that. He's 54. Let me do this. Yes!
Gavin and I won!
You didn't win? You're still in last place.
No, Gavin and I won. Together, we beat you.
You lost.
I got to take it where I can. So Betty Rock ends up with 10 loser points. Gavin with 6. Nicely done. All right, so now add that together. Add Jeff Corwin together with the other two people that you've already heard us mention, those actual ages. And if you can do that now and you get through, 855-33-WAY-FM is the number. That's 855-33-WAY-FM. You'll pick up a WAY-FM prize pack.
Why are we wasting our time with these old people anyway?
Did you just call me old?
Uplifting WAY-FM. This is The Wally Show. Natalie, you are on for Famous Ages. Are you feeling pretty confident about your guess?
I am feeling confident.
Okay, because the way the game works is we try to stump each other with the ages of celebrities, but when we reveal them, you have to add them all together. So we had Vladimir Zelensky, the president of Ukraine. We had Jeff Corwin, animal guy, TV show host, and Michelle Dockery, that was Betty's from Downton Abbey, which I got crushed on that one. So, add it all together. What do you think that equals?
138.
138 is absolutely right, Natalie. Nicely done. Way to pay attention. So, Natalie, one of the fun things we like to do, since we're in the mood for guessing ages, is we try to guess your age now. Isn't that sound fun?
Okay.
She sounds nervous.
She does.
Yeah.
So, what was your favorite show growing up? Your favorite TV show?
And was it in color?
Yes, it was in color.
Okay, that helps.
Facts of Life.
Oh, you take the good, you take the bad. You take them both, and there you have the Facts of Life. Okay. Which character on the Facts of Life did you identify most with?
Probably Joe.
Joe, okay, so kind of the tomboy Joe. I know way too much about the Facts of Life.
Yeah, I have no idea.
Yeah, and I was more of a Tootie fan.
I'm going to go with the same age as Wally. I'm going to say 53.
Okay, I went a year older than me, and I said 54, but I think I might be even a smidge young, and I hate to say that.
So you think Natalie might be older?
I think might be 56. So, but I'm going to stick with 54. Natalie, which one of us is closest?
Betty is on the money.
No way! So you and I are the same age, and I've offended you by saying I thought you were older. I meant wiser.
Okay, I'll still listen to the show.
Thank you, Natalie. You're so kind. Well, we've got that Way FM prize pack headed your direction, and we appreciate you listening to the Wally Show here on Way FM.
Thanks.
Uplifting Way FM, this is the Wally Show, and we all have roles on the show, and I fill the role of the more experienced person on the show.
That's a good way to put a spin on it.
Okay, it's good that you say this and put a spin on it, because I'm explaining. I'm just experienced is what I am, not old at all. But Rock, you came across this thing that I want to help clarify.
Yeah, so I think a lot of old people will say, these young people, they're always they're always complaining. Young people are just complaining, my feelings are hurt or whatever. But I think the same could be true for old people.
Sure.
I mean, there are some things that old people are complaining about that we're just sick of hearing.
Okay.
So I'm going to give you a couple of those things, and I guess you'll turn a positive...
I'll just explain it to you,
because
it might not be what you think as someone
Okay.
who is experienced in life.
All right, well, we are sick of hearing old people say, kids don't know how to fix things.
Okay, that's very true. Now, granted, they can fix the router, on your internet router, your phone. Absolutely, but like they don't know how to do things with their hands. They're good at technology, but they don't know how to actually do things. Now, they've watched a million YouTube videos, and they think they know, but they don't actually know. There's a difference between knowledge in your head and actually getting that knowledge to your hands and crafting something. So you need to take a little bit of time to actually go and do the things that you've been watching on YouTube to learn how to do them and do them well. So that's
but
it.
You've even used YouTube to teach you how to fix
Absolutely,
things.
but I do it. I don't stop at just watching it and go, okay, I know it now. I go and I actually do it. Like welding. You can watch a video on how to weld, but until you drag a bead, see, that's a term, you don't know what you're talking about, All
right, what about this one? Why aren't you married yet? Oh, good grief. Things have changed. The dating world has changed.
That's very true. I feel bad for people that are dating now, but this one's less about you and more about the parent themselves, because we are becoming, as we get more experience, more every day, increasingly, we are aware of our own mortality. And so we know that we've got to get you on the ball if we want to experience spoiling grandkids, because that's what we all want to aspire to someday. It's a great thing. We want to be Grandma Oompa or whatever, and you're holding that up. So get on the stick. But it's about us, not you.
Got it. And then lastly, kids are too sensitive nowadays. Like we're sensitive. Y'all are sensitive too.
No, we're sensitive of hearing. But no. Knowing how you feel is a good byproduct of this generation. They are very in tune with their feelings, their emotions. It makes them more emotionally intelligent. All of that is good, okay? But when we say you're too sensitive, it's because we think that you expect everyone to cater to your feelings, and the world doesn't work that way. So that's what we're saying. We're saying have your feelings. Your feelings are great. But just don't expect anyone to care or do anything about it. That's life, okay?
We don't care.
Exactly. See? I'm glad I could help you with this today and shed a little light on this for the younger generation.
Well, that's the end, but it doesn't have to be. Check out our Aftercast. It's new stuff you didn't hear in the podcast. Be sure to rate us on iTunes as well as connect with us on social media. That's Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok. Just search Wally Show. And if you'd like to join our Facebook group made exclusively for you potties, the link is in the description of this podcast. Thanks to Colorado Christian University Online and United Faith Mortgage for supporting what we do.